Hello, beautiful people. You probably can't hear me, right? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello, beautiful people. Dr. Karen Moore here from I Am the Color of Beautiful Global. I am your dark skin beauty architect, creating experiences for dark skinned women to tap into their beauty. And it is Wondrously Made Wednesday, where we celebrate us in all of our shades and hues, and it is also February 1st, the first day of Black History Month. So we are really excited about that. Black History Month being the month that we celebrate. Well, let me say it this way, it's recognized nationally as a month that's focused on the amazing history of Black people in this country. We celebrate all year long, but this particular month was designed for it to be a national observation of the amazing history of Black people in this country. And, one of the things that I want to say, and I know people disagree with me on this, but, I'm going to say it. We have to acknowledge our history all of its in its entirety. Let me put it that way, in its entirety, because I know there are those who don't want to talk about slavery anymore. And there are people actually who are not Black who are trying to act like it didn't happen and erase it from the history books. But the atrocities that happened in this country to Africans that were brought here and to the Native Americans that were already here, those atrocities are part of the history of this country. And I know there are people who don't want their grandchildren and great grandchildren and great great grandchildren to know of the atrocities committed by their great grandfathers and great great grandfathers and great 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 grandfathers, but it nonetheless is the history of this country. And you don't take away from history the ugly parts of it, because it is what it is, and it still has to be taught, and it has to be acknowledged for what happened. And we have to continue to make sure that, and we cannot depend on the powers that be to do that for us. And yes, we do have to protest against them trying to take that out of the education system and out of our schools. But ultimately, the responsibility falls on us. And so, as we continue to talk about it, as we continue to make films about it and do plays about it and write books about it and have platforms that still discuss it, we will not be silenced. We're not going to be silenced in talking about the atrocities that happened and are still every day happening in this country against Black and brown people. And we're not going to stop talking about it. So if you want, you can try to take it out of the schools if you want to. We're not going to stop talking about it. And we are going to continue to make it known that the atrocities that happened 400 plus years ago, they happened, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to still continue to talk about it, as we are going to talk about the atrocities that happened yesterday and the day before that and the month before that and the year before that. So that's my little thing there. But we're going to also acknowledge in this month the Black people who have done amazing things and the Black people who have overcome such atrocities and discrimination and struggle to do these amazing things that we as Black people do, and as we've done in this country, and as we've done to help build this country. We are going to, by all means, acknowledge all of that. We're going to do our voices with our stories. And I just want to encourage all of you filmmakers and playwrights and authors and content creators and those of you who do the amazing things that you do, to keep doing them and to don't be discouraged, and don't let anybody diminish your voice or diminish what it is you have to say and what you do. Don't allow anyone to do that, because we are here and we're going to be here and we're going to continue to fight and we're going to continue to tell our stories. I went to the play last week here in Philadelphia, a soldier's play. And the movie A Soldier's Story was based on the play, A Soldier's Play. And I went to the play, and I have to tell you that 65, 70% of the audience was white. And it goes to show you that our stories are still important and that they still have a message to send. One of the lines in the play that really struck with me was, the colored soldiers, as they called them in that time, were not allowed to be part of the war. At one point, all they were doing was cleaning up and playing baseball and doing all these other things. They weren't permitted to actually be in war and to go on the front lines and fight. And so one of the things that they said was that, for some reason, the establishment did not feel that these soldiers would be able to fight. And the thing that the captain said was that we've been fighting all our lives. So, what makes you think we're not able to fight? Because we've been fighting all our lives. And that's what we have done. And that's what we continue to do. And so I would encourage you to continue to make your films, continue to write your plays and perform your plays, continue to do your content, continue to put your work out there, continue to step on every stage that you have the opportunity to step on, and don't let anyone diminish your effect. Don't let anyone diminish what you are able to do. It's interesting. I was listening to Sarah Jakes Roberts this past Sunday. And the one thing that she said that really struck with me is like, I don't need a cheerleader. I'm on a mission. So if you don't have a cheerleader, if you don't have anybody supporting you, keep being on mission because there is someone who's waiting for your voice. There is someone that's waiting to hear your voice and understand that you have impact and you were created to have impact. And that's what we want to continue to do. We want to continue to have impact and we want to continue to find our audiences and to speak to those who want to hear us. Not everybody's going to want to hear you. Not everybody's going to vote for you. Not everybody's going to cheer you on. Not everybody's going to be there for you. But know that you have a mission and you've been given an assignment. You have a purpose and you have to walk in that regardless of who cheers you on, regardless of who votes for you, regardless of who, comes to your events, whatever it is, keep pressing on because you're on mission and your voice is here to be heard and someone needs to hear it. So I wanted to say that to you on this Wondrously Made Wednesday. Know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made and that God has a plan for you and that you do not want to, sorry about that, you do not want to have that diminished in any kind of way. You want to stay on mission. You want to be where you're supposed to be and doing what you're supposed to do. And when the time is right, the people that you're supposed to speak up for, they will be there and they will be a part of the mission and a part of your tribe. And so just continue to build. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel that you don't have any impact. You do have impact. And know that every time you open up your mouth, someone is impacted. I've learned that. I may not see it all the time. I may not, it may not be obvious to me all the time, but I do know that people are impacted by my voice and that I have to continue to do the work that I do and to speak up. So it's Black History Month. We are building Black businesses. We are building Black empires. We are building Black. And I encourage you to continue to build. And the other thing I want to say is for Black History Month, I Am the Color of Beautiful is doing a virtual screening. We're doing a virtual screening of our film, Who Told You Your Black is Not Beautiful? Who told you that? Somebody lied because your black is beautiful. So we are doing a virtual screening of Who Told You Your Black is Not Beautiful? And the link is in the chat there or wherever it appears up top, down the bottom, somewhere there. The link is there. I would encourage you to go and purchase. your tickets. And on February 8th, the 8th of every month is Colorism Awareness Day. And so on February the 8th, I'll be doing a virtual Q&A. When you sign up and buy your ticket for the screening and virtual Q&A, you'll get an email from me with the link to join me for the virtual Q&A. The film is available now to watch today, February 1st. It'll be available through February the 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch the film, and then at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on February 8th, we'll be doing our virtual Q&A where we're going to talk about the film, and we're going to talk about colorism, and we're going to talk about some things about how we're going to move forward and be able to really overcome this stigma of colorism. And I have some things planned and coming up that I'll be able to share with people about what the Color of Beautiful is going to be doing in the upcoming months to support you and to be able to help those who are traumatized and hurt by colorism. Remember, April the 8th, that Colorism Awareness Day will be International I Am the Color of Beautiful Day, which will be in Atlanta. We are so excited about it. And we've got some great things planned for the day. It's going to be an all day event. We've got some amazing things planned for the event in person in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're doing this in partnership with the Apex Museum. And our supporting partner is African American Women in Cinema. And we are really excited about that. Also, African American Women in Cinema's Film Festival is coming up in March. So I encourage you to go to aawic.org and sign up for the African American Women in Cinema upcoming film festival in March. I believe it's the 23rd through the 25th. Go to aawic.org and sign up for that. I'm honored to be the host for opening night. And Tara Renee is doing just absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal work with African American women in cinema. So I encourage you to go and sign up for that film festival. We have some other Black History things coming up that we're going to be, I'm not going to say it right now. We're going to be putting out. Keep an eye out. We have something else coming up really special for February for Black History Month. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be saying it right this minute, so I'm not going to say it right this minute. But stay tuned. If you have not followed us, our Facebook page, The Color of Beautiful, and we're on Instagram, The Color of Beautiful. Color is spelled COLOUR because you are beautiful. The Color of Beautiful on Facebook, The Color of Beautiful on Instagram. Our website is info at thecolorofbeautiful.black. You can go there and keep abreast of everything that is going on with The Color of Beautiful. And we have a free binaural relaxation track. If you want to get the free download and be added to our email list, you can do that at bit.ly/ binaural underscore track. I usually have the QR code up, but it's not up there today, but I'll make sure it's up the next time. And so I thank you guys so much for joining me for this Wondrously Made Wednesday. And we are just so excited for this month and for everything that's coming up this year that we're going to do. And let us know how we can support you. We'd love to support those of you who need support because we all need support. Let me tell you, the Color Beautiful needs your support. We really do. And so I encourage you to sign up for our virtual film screening and to keep abreast of what's happening for International I Am the Color of Beautiful Day. And let us know how we can support you because we have to support one another. That's the only way that we're going to be able to progress and get ahead is by supporting one another and being here in this fight together. So we certainly want to keep the family of Tyree Nichols in prayer. And I did not watch the video. I did not watch the George Floyd video because I just felt it was going to be too traumatizing for me. And so I did not watch the video. But I'm very aware of what happened. I'm very aware of what went on. And just continue to pray for that family. I cannot even imagine what they must be going through right now. I know how I feel about it. I know how brokenhearted I am about it. So I can only imagine how his family must be feeling. So we have to continue to pray for one another and to support one another and to demand change. And however that is for you, not everybody's not going to go out and protest. You know, for some people that's not what they're going to do, but there's many ways that we can all help and contribute and support the different organizations that are doing things to make sure that people are held accountable for what they do. Whether you have a badge or you don't, whether you're black or you're white or you're pink or you're green, you have to be held accountable for your actions, for what you do. And so it is definitely for all of us to make sure that however you choose to support, whether it be prayer or whatever it may be, however you choose to support, make sure that you are doing that. And many times we have to go beyond prayer because, listen, prayer is amazing. Prayer, God answers prayer, but God expects us to take some action sometimes too. And not violence. I am not talking about violence, but I'm talking about whether it be signing petitions or whether it be marching or whether it be whatever it is. Many times we've got to go beyond the prayer too. We need our prayer warriors. Some people, let me tell you, some people they pray and that's really that's it. For some of the rest of us, we've got to do a little, we have to, put that prayer into action. So keep praying, keep acting, and keep doing what you do to make this world a better place. And know that your voice, your business, your your film, your play, your book, your content is valuable. You are valuable. You are enough. And God is going to continue to bless each and every one of us in all of our endeavors. So be blessed on this wondrously made Wednesday. And I'm Dr. Karen Moore. And you know what we do? We say it loud, we wear it proud. I am the color of beautiful. Be blessed.